I thought today's movie was going to be about the WWE superstar, The Undertaker. Boy, was I wrong. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, and today we're tackling one of the rare horror films of the late 80s. Franco Di Stefano's weird slasher flick, The Undertaker. Released in 1988, this one was sort of a lost film for a long time. And honestly, it maybe should have stayed that way. Joe Spinell is back in one of his last roles before his untimely passing, yet again playing a sweaty maniac in the Frank Zito mold. This one's largely a cult oddity, because it was hard to find for ages, and a version put out that was edited in a way that changed the tenor of the original film, and even now still isn't entirely complete. The Blu-ray cut had to pull footage that only exists on grainy VHS, for example. But it's got plenty of nudity, a few kills, and Joe Spinell doing his completely unhinged thing, so it's not all bad. Just most of it. But enough about that. Can Spinell kill enough locals to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Oh, and before we get started, today's video is sponsored by patrons Drew, JT Soul, and new executive producer Joshua Hansen. If you'd like to help support the show and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. Straight to the action this week. This is just the crew driving into the first day of the shoot. Hey, it's Joe Spinell's girlfriend. No, really? You'd think Joe could afford a nicer car for her. Anyway, let's check out the junk in her trunk.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. I mean the actual junk in her actual trunk. Also, fun fact, this scene was not in the original script. A script written in 5 days. Of all the B-movie actors in the world, I had to fall for Joe Spinell. But he's so dreamy. Don't worry, AAA isn't going to save her, but the biker version of Dustin Diamond is. Who knew Screech grew up to join a motorcycle club? Good for him. Not gonna lie, I've seen P-Hub videos that start this way. They never fix the tire. Man, it's even got P-Hub music. Hey, he's not taking her to find a spare tire. I had no idea you could do Uber with a motorcycle.
What's right? You didn't pay me for the ride yet.
Then a mixed-gender wrestling match breaks out. He's trying to lock in the chicken wing. This match could be over. I feel like my JR might be too highbrow for this film. Stop! Get me out of this movie! And apparently, judging by this lone white glove, she's been rescued by Michael Jackson. Okay, sure, let's do the credits now. They originally intended to cast Richard Lynch as Roscoe, but Spinell fought hard for the part and eventually got it after making a 10-minute audition tape. He reportedly spent most of the shoot so drunk and high they had to use doubles for him in some scenes. And title card. The Undertaker? I never knew someone made a Mark Calloway biopic! What? It's not about the WWE superstar The Undertaker? Well, I am less excited now. I think the Blair Witch probably lives down here. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. And looks like Joe's girlfriend is no longer going to be in this movie. Directed by Franco Di Stefano. In an interesting twist, Franco is actually screenwriter William James Kennedy, cinematographer Richard E. Brooks, and producer Steve Bono and Frank Avianca, all pretending to be Italian since they all took turns directing. Somewhere Joe D'Amato is shaking his head. Now we're off to this month's meeting of the Multicultural Inclusion Committee. Look, I just think serving tacos is kind of cliche even if the ethnic festival is on Tuesday. This guy's taking a stand. I want tacos, not those goddamn quesadillas. Here's Courtney Love in an early role. No, not really, and how sad is it I have to say that now because some of you are too dumb to get the jokes. The amount of people who have told me that Danny Trejo and Elijah Wood aren't actually in Cannibal Ferox makes me weep for the future. Now I'd like to read you some scripture. God, these TPS reports are terrible. Hey, that's the Undertaker's bell. I knew this was a wrestling movie. Anyway, let's go check out some bush.
Hell yeah.
No, I meant this plant Spinell is skulking through. No one will be seated during the Undertaker's thrilling taking off the pantyhose sequence. Hey, is she Linnea Quigley? Because she's in the shower. Spinell sounds like he's gonna die before this movie is over. Haven't heard anyone that wheezy since the Jeffersons. You guys all think we had cool neon and digital stuff in our rooms in the 80s, but the reality is most of us had weird wood paneling like this. Michael Jackson, about to chloroform another victim. Hee hee. Is he injecting her ear? The trend won't work there. And that was an abrupt cut. We really didn't just jump ahead. Thank God she had some lawn and leaf yard waste hefty bags in the garage. This will make transporting her corpse way easier. And now the chief went from the crime scene to bed? Does this movie even understand how time and space work? And he's got a call. What am I wearing? Some blue pajamas? Oh, look, they deliver. It's like DoorDash for corpses. Got one cold stiff one here. Just gonna need you to sign for it. Oh, Joe. See, I wasn't kidding about all the wood paneling. Then it gets weird. Please tell me we're not headed to aftermath/necromantic territory. Wait, who the hell is this guy? We're not even 15 minutes in, and I am so lost. Fun fact, this is where Courtney Love came up with the "Oh Make Me Over" lyric for Celebrity Skin. Hey, Mabel, I'm trying to have some alone time with my special lady here. Could you go away? I love that Spinell always looks completely unhinged. Alright, time for another movie. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Today we'll be discussing necrophilia? God, chick stole my TED Talk topic. Oldest high school students ever. It's never really made clear. I'm guessing they're probably supposed to be in college. Oh yes, the shit's getting deep in here too.
Come on, they kill somebody.
Yes, murder to us, but to them, it was a religious ritual, an integral part of their culture.
Lance Henriksen, can we get a ruling?
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
I thought so, but I needed a second opinion to be sure. Alright, don't forget your homework. I need everyone to dig up a sexy cadaver for lab next week. Sure. Let's just watch everyone leave class in real time. And seriously, that scene went nowhere because now we're back in class. This also looks like the start of a P-Hub video.
Could we talk just a little bit more about today's subject?
Oh my god, this is the worst ABC after-school special ever!
I really need to talk to someone. It's kind of personal.
Personal.
It's about this.
Necrophilia?
Yeah, I think so.
She looks a lot more interested now that he's told her he has access to a real stiff one. And I'm totally skeeved out by all of this. Anyway, a game of skins versus skins is apparently broken out. Hey, you know what would be cool? If we shot this scene from as far away as possible. 4 directors, and this is what we got. He's more into corpses than me. Jesus, this woman looks like she's ready to come back as a bride of Dracula. The balloon is a nice touch. Sweaty Spinell. Mark that off on your B-movie bingo card. I kind of feel like Spinell made an entire career for himself just continually replaying his Frank Zito character from Maniac. Holy 80s! If the 80s was a person, this is it. So you're not going to believe what happened today. I'm teaching the necrophilia portion of the class, and afterwards this hunky guy comes up and asks me if I want to join him in cracking open a cold one. I think he was hitting on me.
Sounds pretty kinky.
Yeah, or illegal. This guy is so stiff he might actually be a corpse. I don't want to alarm anyone, but I feel like The Undertaker is less a narrative feature and more of a random collection of scenes recut together by a baboon on a 3-day meth bender. And look who's calling her. So, what are you wearing? Please say corpse paint. Look, man, stop calling me. I don't need another trip to CHR. He's not giving up, though. He's pulling out his best pickup lines.
Look, you gotta see it for yourself or you're never gonna believe me.
And over in movie 387, we've got a black mass. The beauty of The Undertaker so far is if you hate a scene, just wait 2 minutes and there'll be a totally random one to replace it that might be better. Oh, thank God you made it. That black mass scene was going nowhere. So, you ever do it in a mortuary? But before they can hook up, they're about to get busted by Mrs. Furley. Anyway, let's see what Joe's up to. Oh, he's at the movies. Probably don't even want to know what he's watching. Live look at me at the screening of this movie. Screw this, I'm out. Work in the concession stand. That takes me back. Christ, I'm old. Oh God, where did I park my car? I do love that Spinell is not only The Undertaker, but he's clearly also playing Dr. Paul Bearer as well. What a thespian. Wait a minute, is she picking up Johns out here? I know movie tickets are expensive and all. I feel like Spinell is definitely just doing a Frank Zito impression for Maniac here. She doesn't notice him tailing her at 2 miles per hour? Where is your situational awareness, woman? But before things can escalate, her ride shows up. And here, you thought something interesting was gonna happen. Fooled us again, movie. Joe Spinell is the guy I get behind every time I'm on the highway, driving 8 miles per hour and probably with his turn signal on. I mean, seriously, this is all just riveting. Oh, good, another character. I mean, we haven't done anything with the ones we have, but sure, let's add more. It's like a Dionne Warwick song, because she's gonna walk on by. Do kids even remember Dionne Warwick? Christ, I'm old. Jesus, how far did she walk? She was just in a residential neighborhood a second ago. Now she's practically at Camp Crystal Lake. Come on, go around. I'm not going to walk any faster if you ride my ass. Oh, thank God she made it home. This was vital to the plot. Except it was a fake out, and now he's back. I was going to do a Bush hell yeah joke here, but we already did one. And yoink! This scene looks tremendous. Anyway, over in our other movie, looks like someone's having a wet dream.
Hell yeah.
No, because he's covered in sweat. Like a sweat dream. Yeah, I got nothing. Come on, Timmy. It's time to learn about death. We're all gonna die alone and horribly. Football practice! Followed by...
You bastard.
No, cut. Give me Linda Day George in here.
Bastard! Bastard!
That is how you deliver that line. Also, football practice, straight to bastard. That's rare. Paul Bearer prepares for another long night on the road after a house show in Des Moines. Hey, are you breaking into the liquor cabinet? Get some for me. Booze is the only way I'm gonna get through another hour of this thing.
You sick bastard.
God, he still can't get it right. Linda, demonstrate the proper line reading again, please.
Bastard! Bastard!
Look, I'm gonna need you to stop stealing my booze. You're like 35 years old. You can buy your own. I don't even know what Spinell is doing here, but it's hilarious.
If your mother died and your so-called father left you, sent you to school, who loves you? Nicholas, I'm surprised at you.
I kind of love that Spinell is like, this movie is shit, so I'm just gonna do whatever. Guessing this isn't the first time he's woken up bound and gagged. Oh, nice. He's pumping him full of vanilla icing like a donut. Wait a minute. Is this a movie or a Life Alert commercial? Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. School establishing shot. This next scene feels like a drug commercial. I'd really like to come to the party jam, but my genital herpes are flaring up again. You need cocentrazine, Liz. It cured my outbreak in just 3 days. Side effects of cocentrazine include explosive diarrhea, projectile vomiting, scabies, genital herpes, and death. Do not take cocentrazine if you have a genital herpes outbreak. Consult your physician to see if cocentrazine is right for you. Wow, they got a whole forensic team on the dog poop case, apparently. Oh, what the hell is this? It's like one of those educational shorts MST3K would riff. Land the gig! Interview for success! And I guess we're gonna swing by the theater to get some exposition.
This wacko is following this picture scene by scene.
Oh, so it's meta, like Scream. This is the exact same look I get when someone starts telling me how great Halloween 3 is. I know my script pages are here somewhere. So, what are you wearing? Followed by, so, come here often? Spinell, what a player. And more proof about the 80s and wood paneling. It was a decade that loved wood.
Hell yeah.
I meant lumber, but yeah, you win this round again, pervs. Ugh, is that a burger or a flattened turd? Joe Spinell gives you the white glove service when he stalks you. Literally. Does anyone have any situational awareness in this movie? Because I'm not buying that Spinell is a ninja. He kills her, but he's interrupted. She looks as bad as that burger. I love that this is basically the same desk and office as the interview scene earlier, just from the other side. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Is not here an acceptable answer? Must be a big opportunity, judging by how much that dude is sweating. Oh, sweet, this place has a walk-in cadaver closet. I've always wanted one of those. So, Liz, how's that cocentrazine working for you? Oh, it's great, Jan. My raging fire down below has been extinguished. This dude looks like a young, way less talented Marty Scorsese. Jesus, what is with this music? Yeah, I'm gonna need you to give me the Axel F theme from Beverly Hills Cop, but don't make it so obvious that I get sued. I love that this guy is delivering a full monologue with this random lady standing in the background. Sorry, ma'am, you were in the first take, now you gotta be in all of them for continuity. Man, this is the longest job interview ever. So, why do you want to work here? You mean beyond getting a paycheck to pay my bills? Just a Spinellian level of flop sweat on this guy. I wonder if Spinell told him sweating in a scene makes your character more memorable. Is Amazon Basic Scorsese about to recreate the alley scene from Irreversible? For a movie that's only 88 minutes long, there is a lot of scene padding and nothing happening in this film. But surprise, he's got a passenger. Gets him right in the eye. Somewhere, Lucio Fulci and Dardano Sacchetti are nodding in approval. This is the face of a woman who realized her cocentrazine isn't working. That guy looks like Discount Ray Liotta here. First Spinell, then Discount Marty, Temu Ray Liotta. We can make one hell of a mob movie here. Back at the mortuary, we're just not gonna make it. I'm gonna have to start killing more people and hosting their funeral, or we'll be out of business by summer. Here's one of the best performances in this film. Less stiff than all the living actors. Also, why does this music sound like Black and Yellow played at like 45 RPM? Now the cops are visiting Spinell. Look, word on the street is people are dying to get in here, Spinell. We want to make sure you aren't breaking any laws. Gonna be honest, I don't know if Office Space had this many scenes of people sitting at desks. Spinell is a method actor, so to get him to be sad for this scene, he had to skip the booze and drugs. Those are real tears. This guy's like, I'm gonna outsweat you, Joe. Action pose. And now he's gonna kill Sweaty Cop. This is what you get for trying to outsweat me. Hey, you see my partner? Now he's gonna kill him too. This lady says exactly what I'm thinking about this movie.
Fuck this.
Hey, it's a payphone. If you remember those. Christ, you're old. Jesus, it's brighter than mid-afternoon out here. Clearly he lives next door to a Walmart/truck stop. Hi, is anyone home? I've got your Girl Scout cookies. Hello, if you don't take these Thin Mints, I'm gonna eat them all myself. That last joke might have been autobiographical. Look, I'm just gonna leave the cookies by the door, okay? Could we please move this along? You guys don't know this, but she's been skulking through this place for over 4 minutes already. She was probably like, this is my big scene. 4 minutes of uninterrupted screen time. I better practice my skulking. Oh, look, she found Joe. Glad it took 5 minutes to get to the most obvious payoff ever. And if you're wondering why the image quality is suddenly so shit, this is because they had to restore some lost footage from an old VHS tape. Down here at Crazy Joe's mortuary, we're slashing prices on funerals. And we get a grainy decapitation in there. You really can't even see it. Now he's basically channeling his inner Marlon Brando / morbidly obese Homer Simpson with this moo-moo. Just peak alpha male to pull that thing off. Anyway, he's now headed to kill off the TED Talk lady. And thank God, because that means this thing is almost over. Pretty quick cleaver to the head on the boyfriend. Baby, what happened? I know you said you had a splitting headache, but this is way too literal. And now he's in pursuit. I think. I mean, I've seen footage with Vaseline smeared on it that was clearer than this. Looks like he got her. And I was not expecting that. Yeah, definitely got her. Looks like we really are kind of ripping off Maniac with this jump scare. By God, he's locked in the claw! Then it's straight to the freeze frame ending and cue credits. So, what did we learn from The Undertaker? Well, for starters, that it wasn't the WWE biopic I was hoping for. Instead, we get Joe Spinell in one of his last roles, basically playing Maniac's Frank Zito for a third time. This one isn't as good as Maniac or the last horror film, probably because those movies also had Caroline Munro in them. It's always fun to watch Spinell sweat and ham it up in a film, but this one isn't particularly great overall. But enough about that. Can this Undertaker kill enough citizens to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, the Undertaker feels a little light. We get an eye stabbing, some corpses, a decapitation, and a machete to the head, but it's all kind of cheap and not overly convincing. I'm really on the fence about this one, but feel like a fair rating for The Undertaker is a 2 barf bag rating. It's not a sick flick, but it does have a few decent special effects. Looking for a better Joe Spinell outing? Then be sure to check out my video on the last horror film. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.